All right, so let's talk about applying the little extras tutorial to some of our basic chord progressions that we've been learning. And one of the chord progressions that we've been taking a look at in lessons is our 4-1-5-6 progression, which we know fits with the song Waymaker. So literally you can just play that same progression over and over again and you have the entire song of Waymaker. Okay, so just to run through it really quick, we have our 4 chord, and when we're in C, we have our 4, which is F, our 1, C, and our 5, G, and then our 6, which is A minor, right? Okay, so you are here. Okay, so again, 4, 1, 5, 6. Okay, and now, so what we're going to do is we are going to, instead of just playing it, okay, that's good, but how can we add some extra rhythmic flavor to this? Okay, we can take what we've learned in the little extras and apply it now to Waymaker. All right, so what we learned in the little extras, just the principle that we learned was 1, 2, and a 3. Okay, so now that we're on F, we can apply it here. So 1, 2, and a 3. All right, it's that simple. So again, let's just apply what the left hand would be doing. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 So again, make sure that you're playing in the middle. So we're playing on beat 1, then we're letting 2 pass, but we're playing in the middle of 2, on the and of 2, okay, right in the middle of 2 and 3. Okay, so that's all that's happening. Very simple, but you just want to make sure that you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can do that, but in this case, since we're trying to apply that little extra rhythmic flavor, we want to add our left hand in on the and of 2. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now let's put a beat on and just play that, just our left hand with the beat. Okay, so ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 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 1, 2, and 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 All right, good. Okay, so that's all that is happening in the left hand. And it's funny how when we break these things down in just our left hand or just our right hand, we realize how simple it is. It's just putting it all together that becomes something that sometimes feels a little bit more challenging. But ultimately, if we go slow enough, if we work out each hand individually enough times, and if we're patient, all right, then we'll find that it's going to feel quite natural when it all comes together. All right, so now our right hand, and you'll remember this from the little extras tutorial. Again, 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3. Okay, and so now again, what's happening is that our thumb is sort of just doing that work. 1, 2, a 3. So, and remember when the okay, if we're dividing each beat into 4 subdivisions, we have the 1 E and is right there in the middle of the beat, and then Okay, why do we say the and is in the middle of the beat? okay, because there's another beat coming right here, right? So that puts and right in the middle of 1 and 2, right? Or beat 3 and 4, whichever beats we're talking about. But this beat, the start of this beat and the start of this beat, the next beat, there is and it's right there in the middle, okay? So 1, E, and So that's what's happening in our thumb. We're playing the whole chord on 1 and then a 2. Then we're playing the chord again there on, so 1, 2, a 3, 4. And I said a 2, I meant a 3. So 1, 2, a 3, 4. 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 Again, 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3. We'll slow this down even more. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3. So what we're doing here is we're just tapping a 3. Okay, so we're just tapping the root of each chord. 1, 2, a 3. Then bringing the whole chord back down. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, a 3, 4. All right, let's try playing it with a beat. And for now, let's slow this beat down considerably. So we're at a 68 tempo right now, but let's slow it down to like 54, and let's see what happens. Okay, just for the sake of the right hand and being able to put that hit in, and then bring the chord down again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 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 3, 4, and one more time. 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4. All right. Very good. So now let's combine our left and right hands together, and then we'll talk about one more thing that should be happening in the right hand, and then we will be finished, right? And we'll have something with just a little bit more flavor than what we had before, and a little bit goes a long way. All right, so here we go. Let's try and combine these. Again, in our left hand, we're going let me start on the 4. So, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and now let's bring in our right hand. So 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 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 time. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4. All right, good. So now let's talk about one more thing that we want to add in our right hand, and that is just the consistent rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 1, 2, a 3. So now all we're doing is we're just playing the chord on every beat, and just before beat 3, we're adding that right? 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 1, 2, a 3, 4. And so now let's play this with the beat now. So here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, a 3, 4, 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 and 1, 2. Now I'm just gonna pause and talk about dynamics really quick. Notice how I'm not putting the same dynamic, meaning the same like loudness or softness into each chord. Okay, my chords that are a little bit more up front are the 1 and the 3 in this case. 1, 2, and I pull back just a little bit on the 2, not a lot, but just a little bit. Okay, to create some dynamics. So we don't just want rhythmic variation, we also want dynamic variation, loud and soft. Okay, then on 3, I'm emphasizing beat 3, and that's where I'm doing the da, you know, da da da. So I am wanting to emphasize, hey, I'm moving here, and then pulling back again on beat 4. And it doesn't always happen exactly that way. Sometimes you can add variations. Maybe you can pull back on beat 2, add a little emphasis on beat 3, and then even more emphasis on beat 4 because of where you're heading. Okay, but in this case, we'll just focus on the emphasis on 1, a little bit less on 2, a 3, 4, and then pulling back on 4. So more on 1, a little bit less on 2, a little bit more on 3, and a little bit less on 4. Okay, so, and by more and less, I just mean softer and louder. Okay, so louder is more, softer is less. Okay, 1. So let's do this with the beat again, and really let's now pay attention to our dynamics. Okay, so ready, and 1, 2, a 3, 4, 1, 2, a 3, 4, and 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 1. Here comes the left hand now. We're adding it in. 4 and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4. Awesome. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, 2, and a 3. Oh, that was my fault there. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, and a 3. One more time. And 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 1, So there's so much more that we can do with this, right? We can beef up the chords. We can add in extra little rhythmic flavors as well, okay? And over time, you'll naturally catch on to that. And we'll do some more tutorials talking about other little rhythmic hits that we can add and other dynamic things that we can do to make it even better. But ultimately, we want to take what we have here and be able to speed this up to at least a 68 tempo, okay, or a 70 tempo. But let's now, I have this back at 68, and let's see if we can play this, okay, with the 68 tempo, and let's just work our way up to this. If you can't do this yet, then practice at that 54 tempo with a beat and just incrementally speed it up until you can get to this point, okay? So just know that this is the end result that we want after you practicing this for enough time that you're very comfortable at that slower tempo. And now you're able to speed it up to this a little bit faster tempo. This is still a slow tempo, but this is faster than 54, right? We're at 68. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and a 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just really quick, let's just break down that last series, that last progression that I was playing. You notice that I was doing something a little bit different on the 4 when it comes to the right hand, and all that was happening there is I was waiting to play that last chord on the and of 4 instead of on 4. Okay, so 1, 2, a 3, 4. It's more like on the E of 4, I guess. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, so the E of 4. So again, if we're dividing each beat into subdivisions, and let's just say this is beat 4, so we have 1 E and a. Okay, so we're not playing on 4, and we're just playing just after 4 on the E of the beat. Okay, on that second subdivision of the beat. So 1, 2, and a 3, 4 E and 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 1. Okay, so just throwing that in there just in case you want to try and implement that, or that gets your creative juices flowing, and you can sky's the limit on what you can do with different rhythmic variations and flavors that you want to add. Okay, but for now, 2 and a 3, 4, 1, 2 and a 3, 4. Okay, and now what's happening is you're playing Waymaker in a way that is rhythmically tasteful. Okay, all right. So I hope that this really helps you to see how we can take a concept like the little extras, and we kind of, we took that, just these colorful chords, and now we're taking that and we're applying it to some of the other songs that we're learning. So it really doesn't matter how the chords look. You can be playing a 2 chord, or an A minor 11, F, our chord reader's calling it something, but it ultimately is an F2 chord with an added 6, okay, and then a G sus. You can take these colorful chords, but you can apply that same rhythmic concept now to everything else that you're doing. All right, y'all, so happy practicing. I know that you're going to get this down, and I know that you are going to feel very fulfilled by this. All right, God bless.